It's Friday morning. I have work. Well, yeah, obviously. It's like 7 a.m. I already clocked into work, but I do have to go into the office for a training that's happening. Yeah, everyone has to be on campus today, so I am going to work soon. I usually work from home, but today is one of those days where everyone has to come in. I live kind of far from my work too, so I have to calculate how long the drive is. Oops. Okay, so it's like, right now it's like 30 minutes. I don't trust that in the next hour, so actually no, it's like 40 minutes. I don't really trust that. It's gonna be the same in the next, when I have to leave, so I have to get there at 10, and right now it's 8, so I have to leave around maybe 9, but I feel like 9 might be cutting it. I don't know, maybe 8:50 is when I'm gonna leave. Yeah, 8:50 is when I'm gonna leave, and then I'm gonna sit there for like 6 hours. I really don't really remember what's in this meeting. I literally just looked up an email what's going to be in the agenda, but I don't think I paid attention when I opened it. And I work in like downtown area, so I'm so glad I don't have to go in every single day. I only go in like maybe once every 2 or 3 months. Okay, so this is fine. This seems fun to learn. Yeah. What? Okay. Yes. Okay, today I also pulled some deck of cards just to see what the vibe of the day was. It's an oracle card. I do like to read tarot just for myself, not for anyone, because I don't trust myself to read for anyone. I'm not that good. I'm still trying to understand and read. But this is the Oracle deck of the Divine. I really like this deck, but also there's a lot of negative cards in here, and whenever I pulled, I've been getting negative cards. So, but today, oh, like this card deck has a lot of interesting legendary characters from all different cultures, and I really like this deck because of that. It's also interesting to learn about the different important legendary heroes, gods, goddesses from all different cultures. So there's like Native American culture, there's South American culture, Asian culture, African culture. It has everything, and I love it so much because it's just overall good deck to learn history on and mythology. And today I pulled out the recovery card. I've been wanting to pull this card. Like, I haven't pulled this card yet, so this actually made me so happy when it came out. Basically, it's Amara. How do you pronounce this? Amaterasu, the Japanese goddess. God? Yeah, it's a woman. She? Yes. Japanese lady, Japanese goddess. And basically Amaterasu is a goddess. Okay, yes. Goddess of the sun, was heartbroken when her brother Susanoo no Mikoto murdered her beloved handmaiden, Ama no Hataromi, the goddess of weaving and order. Filled with rage and sorrow, Amaterasu retreated to the heavenly rock cave and took all the world's light with her. But Ama no Uzume, the goddess of mirth and revelry, was able to remind her of all the joy of life and still had life to offer, of the joy that life still had to offer. And so Amaterasu emerged and brought light back to land. Honestly, this is such a perfect card for what I've been feeling a lot lately. and getting out of this rut that I was in for the past month and slowly living my life again. This is why I'm filming, by the way. Upright, this card represents the beginning of a new day, arising from depression and greeting the world with fresh eyes and relearning to love yourself. Ah, I love it. I love it. This is the card for the day, and this is going to be the card for the rest of my life. I'm so glad that I pulled this today. Okay, so I'm here now, and the only parking I found was outside. So when I come back, the car's gonna be really hot, and Texas heat. Ugh. Anyways, on the drive here, I really don't want to be here because it's Friday, and whatever. Let's have a good day. What? This is a better angle. So the event wasn't too bad, to be honest. I actually learned a lot at that event. It was actually really fun too. So I'm not too mad about it. It's 3 p.m. now, so I'm gonna go back home. I don't think I'm gonna get too much work done when I get back home. Probably like look at a few emails and like mark down what I need to do for Monday. So yeah. Oh my god, it was just one wish. I used one wish. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm gonna redo that again. Okay, so I'm back. I didn't film much after Friday. After work, I kind of just went to the gym, and then I went to Miniso actually, and I kind of wanted to show that. So at Miniso, so I recently started getting back into tennis. So I wanted to get like a separate bag. Like I have a gym bag, and I wanted to get a tennis bag. And I remember that Miniso had a tennis like little thing going on with Hello Kitty, and I got the bag because I thought it was actually really cute when I was there. It just says tennis begins with Hello Kitty, and I thought that was so cute. So I'm gonna put my tennis equipment in here. It also came with like a little tennis ball to attach, and then I also got a little plushie to add to this bag. It's gonna be really cute. So that's what I did after I finished working out at the gym. Also, on a side note with tennis, so I actually don't have too many friends who like play tennis, so I've been wanting to actually meet people who play tennis, but I feel like it's kind of intimidating and kind of scary and hard to find people who are wanting to play. Well, it's not hard, but I feel like it's a little intimidating for me to like get out of my comfort zone and search out people who will be like, hey, this is my level, are you down to play? Because I've been wanting to play tennis actually like maybe once or twice a week, just because I think it's a good exercise, a good cardio exercise to do on top of my regular gym routine. So I've joined like a bunch of groups recently. I joined a Discord group for just girls in the area, and I actually met one earlier this week, and I played with her, and it was really fun. It was really nice. So I think I also want to meet other new people, like try out new courts in the area and meet new people and play with different levels as well. Like sometimes I think I would want to play with someone who is more of an advanced player. I feel like that would help me because I feel like I'm intermediate. I played a lot during high school and then some in college, and then I just stopped. So I think I haven't touched my racket in like maybe 5 years. And then when I went to go play with that girl that I met, I actually was like, okay, a little rusty, but we're good. Like we're getting the hang of it again. So I kind of want to keep playing more. So I joined a lot of Facebook groups, and I think the problem is that I'm scared to, you know, meet someone, but also like I don't want to meet the wrong person. Like especially like, you know, I'm a girl. I don't want to meet a guy who might have different intentions when it comes to, you know, playing tennis. So I like that there's an all girls group that comes to playing tennis, but sometimes they're just not as responsive, and sometimes I feel like, oh, once they find their group of girls that they want to play, they will constantly, you know, meet up with each other. But I haven't gotten to that point yet. I just joined the group, so I'm just gonna see how maybe this week's goes. I might post on the groups and be like, hey, I'm down to meet or play this week, so maybe we can hit something like that. Oh my god, that sounded so bad. But maybe we could do that. Also today, I went to go hang out with my mom, and we saw this movie called Disclosure Day. It's like a sci-fi movie with Emily Blunt. I don't know the guy's name, I'm sorry, but I'm sure you guys can look it up. But the movie, how do I put it? I thought it was just fine. It was very annoying to watch it. I was really annoyed when I was watching the movie because I found the characters so... Sometimes the characters were really annoying, and there was one that was like comically villainized, but I feel like it could have been written in a certain way. Like, I feel like the concept of it was really strong, but the execution just wasn't there. It is like a sci-fi alien movie, but not very actiony in terms of the alien. It's more of a tense, maybe psychological. It's between more of the human characters where all the intensity lies and the suspension, but the movie was just okay. I did think the last sequence of the movie was pretty good. I don't know, maybe there's more to it that I was trying to read up on, like what was being said, but I feel like when it comes to the movie, I think more was trying to be said. I don't know, someone who has watched it, maybe they can let me know, but it felt like it was almost in parallel to, like, in general, like spirituality and how the universe is so vast and we really don't know what's there, so we tend to believe in something that helps us rely on that thing. I actually don't know where I'm going, but it felt like there was something trying to be said in relations to spirituality and religion. I feel like I'll go more in depth on that point maybe later, but once I think more and sit more on that. But yeah, that was my day. I hung out with my mom, we ate, we went shopping. I got only like a few things. I got a bra, I'm not gonna show that, and I got some cleanser that I was running out of. And then today I went to this place called Granova. They specialize in like matcha tea and matcha tea, and I got this. It's called the matcha banana cream tea latte. Been really into like banana flavored drinks, like banana pudding. I've been on that. I used to eat banana pudding a lot, but like it's been so many years since I ate banana pudding, and then I had it recently in a matcha drink, and it honestly was a little life-changing to me. And I've just been really into drinking banana matcha lattes for some reason, but honestly this was pretty good. I also got it like a little bit less sweet. I kind of want to try it full sweet because even though I like matcha, this one's tasting a little bit like grass, but with like a hint of banana. But I feel like if I had gotten the full sweetness, it probably would have tasted really good. But it's still good, it's just a little less sweet, which is fine. I'm not trying to drink too much sweet. I was trying to actually cut down on my sugar. Okay, I feel like this is kind of a weird angle, but it's okay. It's nighttime, and I just wanted to just sit down and kind of talk as to why I wanted to start posting videos on YouTube and just make vlogs. I feel like I've always wanted to kind of do this. I love watching people vlog about their life, and it's just simple, mundane living, and I find so much comfort in watching those because it's just so quiet and people are living their lives and they are doing things that they want to do. I feel like lately I've been feeling I've been living a life that hasn't been the most fulfilling to me. I feel like I had a lot of self-limiting beliefs that were keeping me from doing the things I want. Like, for example, one of them was like, oh yeah, I have social anxiety, then it's preventing me from going out and doing this and stuff like that. But I feel like, that's a self-limiting belief. It's limiting myself from doing the things that I actually want. Like, if I mentioned I wanted to play tennis earlier with people and meet new people, then I think back then I probably wouldn't have done, meet new people, meet new strangers, or just meeting people online, going like, hey, let's go play tennis when I don't even know them. I feel like I wouldn't be able to do that like a couple years ago. But I think now I'm in this space where I want to actually meet new people and I want to develop new connections. I want to gain new perspectives on life and living and people's experience too. It's always nice to listen to people's experience and what they've been through and their perspective on things. I feel like having those types of conversations has always been very enriching to me. So I think that's why I guess I wanted to also go on here and start vlogging about my life and just kind of talk to the camera. I feel like talking is a bit hard for me, and I know that that's something that I wanted to get better at, especially like getting comfortable talking to the camera. Okay, so I just spent some time clearing out my storage because my phone was telling me that I ran out of storage for filming on my phone. So maybe I might get like a separate camera for filming. I know the quality on my iPhone isn't the best, but as I was saying, I wanted to get better at talking and speaking and talking in front of the camera, getting more comfortable with that. I feel like doing this actually helps me become a better talker with people and getting my thoughts out. I feel like I've always been someone who wasn't able to like fully express myself clearly. So I think with talking to the camera and getting in front speaking my thoughts would help me be able to communicate better. So I'm really excited about that. At first I was thinking if I started a channel, would I show my face? But I feel like at this point, fuck it. Might as well do what I want to do and stuff like that. So, and get more comfortable because I wanted to just be more comfortable with myself. So that was the goal, and I'm really happy about that. I think next, along with just posting about my life, I think I kind of want to call it tiffbits because my name is Tiffany, and sometimes people call me Tiff, so I think tiffbits might be a nice name for these vlogs. Tiffbits, short for tidbits, or a play on words for tidbits. Well, we'll see how that works out. Along with this channel, I also wanted to post a lot about books because reading is very important to me. I have a Bookstagram page as well where I just mainly talk about books. I've been wanting to actually post, I think in the future, maybe later on this month, I wanted to post all the books that I read for this first half of the year and do a quick little review recap of my thoughts for those, because I also wanted to get better at speaking about my thoughts when it comes to reading. I feel like I haven't always been the most eloquent in that way, because usually I do have a lot of thoughts when I read and I don't really voice them. Sometimes I'll just write them down and post about them, but I haven't posted a wrap up. I haven't posted an April wrap up, a May wrap up, so I'm hoping to actually just make a video compiling all those. I might make a edit of it soon. I also think that I wanted to tap into the creative side. I feel like editing would be a good skill to learn, and seeing how that goes. Okay, next I wanted to talk about the books that I'm currently reading right now. I'm reading 2 books. So at the moment, I'm reading A Diary of Blood by S.T. Gibson and Caraval by Stephanie Garber. So thoughts so far, I'm actually almost done. I feel like I could finish this tomorrow. So we'll see. If I finish tomorrow, I'll update you guys. But A Diary of Blood is essentially, it follows the story of Dracula's wife, and one of his wives is the main character. Her name is Constanta, and this book actually gets pretty heavy, pretty intense sometimes. So sometimes I can't always read it all in one go, just because it has a lot of signs of abuse. The context of the story is basically kind of like a letter to Dracula detailing the events of what she felt during the whole course of their relationship. And it actually is a very fast read, and the margins are pretty big, so it's easy to get through actually. But this is actually a buddy read with my friend. We decided this buddy read back in January, and I'm just now finishing it. Usually my buddy reads don't have a timeline. We just read, and then whenever one of the other person finishes, we kind of meet up and talk about the book, which is always really fun. But we never set like any deadline or anything like that, just because it's chill like that. So to my friend, I'm sorry, it's been 6 months, but I finally am finishing this book tomorrow. So yeah. And then the next book that I'm reading, I think I picked this up randomly because I was like, I really don't know what to read, and I feel like I wanted to read something pretty lighthearted recently. I think lately my brain and just the mental space I was in wasn't the best for the past couple months. So my reading hasn't also been a lot either. I haven't done a lot of reading, which is kind of out of character. I usually am able to read a lot, but I think with school and work was busy, and then what was going on in my personal life, I was like, I can't really read that much. I haven't felt the urge, or like I want to read, but like I just can't mentally bring myself to read, which is kind of a space that I don't like being in. I really love to read, so I'm hoping to. I usually was able to read every single day, every night, like the past couple months before like whatever happened in my life happened. So I'm hoping to get back into just reading again and enjoying the love of reading, because I do love reading. And I mean, this channel will be partly tidbits, and then partial half of it will be me talking about books, because I just love books. I love reading. So the next book would be that I'm currently reading is Caraval, and I'm about like 100 pages in. Honestly, this book kind of eats right now. Like, it's so entertaining, and honestly, like, I think it's perfect. It's like the perfect balance of what I need at the moment, you know, lighthearted, fun, easy to read, having it highly entertained. I heard people say that, I know that this series isn't as popular as the other series, Once Upon a Broken Heart, but I know that this is the prequel series to that, and I actually really wanted to read this before I read that other series. And I really like the vibes of this, like the cold carnival and the mystery. I feel like it's such an intriguing like setting. I feel like I haven't read too many books that take place in a circus, but I've always loved the idea of a fantasy novel taking place during a carnival, because the carnival is so whimsical and magical, and honestly a little eerie, which is exactly what this book is bringing, because carnivals have like kind of like this mysterious vibe, because gestures, clowns, and the performance aspect of it is kind of like behind the scenes. You don't really know who's performing and stuff like that. So I really, really love a carnival theme fantasy book. I actually, I haven't read too much of those. I haven't seen a lot of those. I actually don't think there's a show that talks about this. I love The Greatest Showman, that movie, but I think when it comes to like a movie that kind of goes into the darker sides of a carnival, because there's some dark stuff that happens there, and I think it would be an interesting topic, I guess, to dive more into. Maybe I think I kind of want to look more deeply and to see if I can find more books about a carnival. I know like there are the darker aspects of, when it comes to the exploitation of some human beings when they were forced to perform, as well as animals that are forced to perform. This is different. I don't want to read, or not, I don't want to read, but I don't want to ignore that aspect of the dark sides of a carnival. But in terms of like a fantasy novel, I think they're very interesting concepts. I think lately I've actually been wanting to read more fantasy novels, because I think I'm just so fascinated by how people can build worlds now. Now, I've always loved fantasy, but cut. I think I've been kind of in the mood to just read fantasy. It's been a hot minute since I read a fantasy book. I've always loved fantasy, but I kind of took a break from it just because I just didn't know it's kind of hard to find the perfect fantasy book for me. I feel like I'm also very picky when it comes to fantasy books and romance novels, because there are specific things that I want to read, and sometimes when it just doesn't hit, I just stop reading it, or I put it down for a while. But I think, this Caraval series is actually really getting me back onto that fantasy high. I love the world building that's happening in fantasy novels, and I always find it so fascinating how authors can build a world completely in their minds and have a magic system, have all these rules to it. It's just so fascinating, and I think it's actually really hard to pull off. So I love it when a fantasy novel can pull that off. I think there's a couple fantasy series that I'm reading that I just really love the world in it. One of those is the Mirror Visitor series. I've only read the first book, A Winter's Promise, and I absolutely adored that book. I loved it, but I haven't continued the series. I think I'm really scared to continue the series just because people are saying the fourth book is not good, and I'm really scared for that. But I heard the rest of the series is so good, and I'm really scared, but I really do want to continue reading that series. So I also take a really long time when it comes to series. It takes me forever to finish a series just because I can't like binge read. Also can't binge watch shows. It's really hard for me to do that too. I have to take breaks. So yeah, the Mirror Visitor series is a series that I'm reading that I really enjoy, and I also am really enjoying the oh my god, I forgot what that series is called. It's the one where it's like the Cinder, Scarlet, Cress, Winter series. I forgot what that series is called, but it's still a sci-fi fantasy novel that's based off fairy tales. Like the first book is a spin-off to Cinderella. It's like a retelling of Cinderella, but in a sci-fi world. I actually really like that series, but I only read the first 2 books. I haven't read the other 3 books, even though I've been meaning to read those. So I really need to get back into reading these series, and that's just finishing these series too. And with Caraval too, we'll see. I might binge it. We'll see, if depending on how this book ends and goes, but maybe I'll provide an update tomorrow. We'll see. Anyway, thanks. Okay, it's the morning now, and I just finished A Dowry of Blood, and honestly, this was good. It was like very okay to me. I did like some aspects of it. I think it's a very fast read. You could probably read this in like 2 days maybe. As I was saying, like the font is pretty big and the writing's really easy to get through. I do think like this is not a book for everyone. I will say, trigger warning, there is, you know, clear signs abuse is happening, and it's very prevalent in the story. Like this whole book is about the abuse that the main character and his wives go through with Dracula. I think it's a good perspective to read on. The last bit of it was very not my style. There is an explicit like smut scene. I'm not really into reading smut. I'm not gonna shame anyone who does read smut, but it's just something that I don't personally like reading. So I kind of like skimmed that, but it was fine. I think there are a few things that I want to discuss with my friend when we finally get together and talk about this. As for today, I think I actually really want to go shopping by myself. I feel like shopping by myself is one of my favorite things to do, because I usually just plug in my headphones and I just walk around and just kind of in my own world of deciding, oh, what should I get today? I think I'm gonna go to Uniqlo. I kind of wanted to get this athletic jacket that was super lightweight, and I think that would be perfect for summer. I also wanted to just really wanted to go to the bookstore. Honestly, I think it's been a hot minute since I went to a bookstore and like shopped around for books. Today I don't really have anything that I necessarily want. I kind of just wanted to go to like 2 of my favorite bookstores and see what I can find. I may or may not get anything, but I'll take you guys along and see. And then if I did get anything, I'm going to show you guys. But I think that's the plan for today. Also, side note, so the World Cup is happening right now. And I saw this edit of this football player, and honestly, I think his name is Jude Bellingham. That edit caught me. Oh my god, I swear it caught me. And your girl low-key in love, not gonna lie. Yo, he's so good looking. Anyways, it's just been a long time since I saw a guy and thought he was so good looking. And then seeing this edit, oh my god, I feel like it's life-changing. But I might start watching not soccer. Well, it is soccer, but football. Maybe just tuning in to whenever his team plays. Anyways, hee hee ha ha. Bye-bye. Okay, so this is the jacket. I put it on because the other jacket I was wearing, it got so hot. When I stepped outside today, it was actually really nice, and now it's so hot and humid right now, so I changed it to this jacket, which I think would be better for the weather. Honestly, I wish I also got the white one too. I just might get the white one later, but it fits really nice. I like how it feels. It's very super lightweight. I actually think I might get the white one. Oh, but it's okay. We're gonna go to Barnes & Noble's now, and then maybe stop by the other independent bookstore that I like. So, yeah. Okay, I'm back home from shopping for today, but I'm gonna go out and play tennis later today. But just waiting for the time to be confirmed. But I'm gonna show what I got. So first things up, I got a latte. This is like a Biscoff latte. I really love Biscoff, so any latte with Biscoff is so good to me. So I went to Barnes & Noble's. I didn't end up going to the independent bookstore just because on my way there I got so hungry and I was getting really tired, so I just went back home to eat. So at Barnes & Noble's I got this book called Good Girl by Aria Aber. I'm not really sure what this is about, but it did feel very intriguing to me. Let's see, it says, in Berlin's artistic underground, where techno and drugs fill warehouses still pockmarked from the wars of the 20th century, 19-year-old Nila at last finds her tribe. Born in Germany to Afghan parents, raised in public housing, gratified with swastikas, drawn to philosophy, photography, and sex, Nila has spent her adolescence disappointing her family while searching for her voice as a young woman and artist. Then, in the haze of Berlin's legendary nightlife, Nila meets Marlowe, an American writer whose fading literacy celebrity will force Nila to ask herself about the most important question: who does she want to be? Oh, so it seems like a coming-of-age story. This seems really interesting to read. I might read this actually during the summer, so yeah, this looks really good. And next I got two NYRV classics, Friday by Ines Cognati and In the Cafe of Lost Youth. These two. I think in this one, let's see, this one is takes place in Paris, and so it says, the novel, inspired in part by the circle depicted in the photographs of Ed van der Elsken, of notorious and charismatic Guy Debord, centers on the enigmatic wife-like figure of Loki, who catches everyone's attention even as she eludes possession or comprehension. Through the eyes of four very different narrators, including Loki herself, we contemplate her character and her fate, while Modiano explores the themes of identity, memory, time, and forgetting that at the heart of his spellbinding and deeply moving art. So it's based off this photograph, I'm assuming? Okay, I think. Hopefully that's what it means. But I'm actually really excited to... This is Friday by Ines Cognati. I think in this one, a girl is trying to break free from her family's past and break generational traumas. I believe, I could be wrong just from reading from the back. This also seems really good to read as well. I got this jacket, and then I also got the same jacket in white. I also have a different color. They also have blue and pink. Oh, I wanted to get every single color, but it's okay. I think black and white should be good enough for now. Oh. I got two blind boxes from Miniso. I got this one, and I got another Care Bear. Okay, so I have one so far. I have this one, and I just want the other ones. So let's see what I got. Okay, it's not a dupe. It's not a dupe. Oh my god, it's the Good Luck Bear. Ah, it's green. Ah, yay! As long as it's not a dupe. It also smells. It has a smell to it. Oh my god. Oh, so cute. I love Care Bears. Yay! Good Luck Bear. Yes, I love Good Luck Bear. I love Good Luck Bear and Funshine Bear. Oh, they're all so cute. But yeah. Yay! I got the Usagi no Nomu-chan. These things. I don't know if they're like just plushes or keychains, but they're so cute. Honestly, I just want any of them because they're all so cute. I'm excited to see. I think I saw this on TikTok, and I think I had it in my cart too. So I was really excited when I saw that mini. So Shit. I saw it was on. But I actually didn't really process what was on it, so. It is a keychain. Oh, this is so cute. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is so cute. Oh, no. Oh, look at this one. I don't know. We need to see this one if I can find it again, but oh, I'm happy with this one. It's so cute. Anyways, that's it.